Welcome to another episode of Podcast with a Client. I am here with Lindsey Panton, who has been part of TST for about 16, 17 months, something like that. Lindsey is a mother of two. She's just hit her 40s. Yeah. Best years are yet to come, right? Best years are yet to come. She is a wife, a senior healthcare assistant, and all-round stand-up lady. And I'm dying to have a conversation with you here, Lindsey, because I'm curious straight off, right now, as it stands, what does an average day look like for Lindsey Panton?
So I work Monday to Friday, 8 till 4. Then I do TST four times a week. I like to do music festivals. And I like to have a little treat on a Saturday. Maybe go out, have a few drinks, and just spend some quality time with the family as well.
So it sounds like you've got a good balanced lifestyle. Some people think that they have to be all or nothing. They have to give up everything. They have to give up their weekends. They have to give up their treats. They have to give up their life to feel fit, healthy, confident. And you're like an example that you don't actually have to give up everything.
Yeah.
You can still find that balance, right?
Yeah.
So before you started TST, what was your attitude to health and fitness like? Like what was your mindset towards it? What did you think about it? Like, take us through the average thought patterns of what you thought about health and fitness before you joined.
So I was always quite healthy, but like the fitness, I did join a gym for about 2 years and went for about 5 times.
As most people do.
I think the gyms, I just didn't like the setting of gyms. I thought like people were watching you. I felt uncomfortable about it. So I think that's why I didn't go as much as I wanted to go.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So what was your idea on like fitness for you? Like you tried the gym, it wasn't for you. Then were you kind of thinking, well, there's nothing else. What can I do? Did you like running? Did you like swimming? Did you like dancing, martial arts? Like, is there anything that you kind of piqued your interest?
No, nothing. Okay. I always wanted to just keep going to the gym, but I couldn't get my mindset of going into the gym. And running, I did try running. I did the Great North Run once, but it's just not for me running. I just don't like it. Me
neither. I don't like it either. It's boring, isn't it? Boring and it hurts and it's just long and boring. There's easier ways to get results.
Yeah.
Okay, so the big story of you is before you joined with me and the program, you are going through a bit of a rough time. Mm-hmm. So you went through a long period of grief.
Yeah.
Your mother passed. I'm curious, and you've said you're all right to talk about this. What was the kind of story behind all of that? How long did it go on for? And ultimately, what was the change at the end of that?
So my mum had COPD, so she always struggled to breathe. And it was a case of this day she had phoned us to say she didn't feel very well. And it's a normal case of, Lindsey, I don't feel very well, will you come down? Mm-hmm. So I would go down, check her, and then I would know if it was a hospital trip or not. So it was this day my brother had rang us and says, you're going to have to come down, Lindsey. My mum can't breathe. So I done me normal, just went down. And literally she was sitting on the end of the bed and she was blue. And I was like, you need an ambulance, ma'am? You need an ambulance? So I had went on the phone to the ambulance and they said, is the patient breathing? And I said, yes, but she literally just collapsed in my arms. Mm-hmm. I threw the phone and screamed for Chris. My dad was in the bedroom and so was my brother, but I just screamed for Chris. And I don't know where I got the energy from, but I just scooped her up and I had to start CPR on her. Mm-hmm. And it took 10 minutes for the ambulance to come, which was quite quick for the ambulance, but it felt like the longest 10 minutes of your life.
Absolutely.
So at that time, I was keep doing the CPR, and Chris was on the phone to the ambulance service. And then, sorry.
It's okay.
And then, like, the ambulance was saying, you need to take over from Lindsey to give her a breather, and I wouldn't let nobody because I knew I was doing it right. Mm-hmm. I could feel her ribs breaking and things like that, which it still haunts me now. Yeah. But I knew that I was doing it right, so when the paramedics came, they just told us to continue doing it until she got all of her stuff ready.
Okay.
Then they took over and they had says like that I had got a heart started again, which they said there's only a percentage that you can do that. Mm-hmm. So I was grateful for that. At the time I wasn't thinking of that, but now I think like I'm grateful for that because I managed to get 2 days with her to say goodbye. Mm-hmm. So she had went into intensive care and like we managed to say bye to her in there, which it was rather than me seeing her the way she was, I got to say a goodbye anyway. Mm-hmm. But then it was like the aftermath of that, of like me feeling her ribs breaking and things like that. I couldn't get it out of my head.
Oh yeah.
And it was just killing us.
How long did that go on for?
Oh, months. Like even now, if somebody cracks their fingers in front of us, I've got to say, will you not do that, please?
Yeah.
Because I cringe.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's like PTSD for sure. Absolutely. Yeah. It's a traumatic experience. So how long ago was that experience?
She passed away the 24th of October, 24.
Okay. And then obviously there was a long grieving process after that. So what kind of made you start training, and what kind of made you start coming towards what we do?
So Alan, who comes to the gym, he works with Chris, and he was saying to Chris that like he thinks that it'll really help us, especially like with all your speeches beforehand and things like that. And he says, I really think it'll help Lindsey. So Chris spoke to us, and I think I started about 6 weeks after my mum had passed, which was quite quick. But I thought I need to do something because my mental health was just going downhill. I was off work and I was going home and I was sitting by myself, and my thoughts in my head were just unreal. And I thought I need to do something. So then we joined. I didn't want to at first. I was really scared to come in at first because it was something new to me and in front of everybody. And I didn't know if I was ready to face people and things like that. But I managed.
Yeah, absolutely. You did. And you thrived. You're thriving over a year in now.
Yeah.
So just briefly back to that. Obviously, you were very isolated at that time. You felt isolated. So I know Chris did a lot to try and help you because he's mentioned to me like about the time, like he tried a lot to sort of bring you round, to make you feel better, to raise your spirits, to do whatever. You know, it's difficult when you're not in exactly that position, when it's somebody else and you're watching them grieve and you're trying your best. What was that like for him, trying to get through to you and sort of make you feel better?
I felt a bit guilty on him because he was trying his hardest, bless him, like telling us I need to start thinking about the positives with me mum, because everything that I was thinking of was what had happened, me doing the CPR and things like that. It was all the negative stuff. And you were saying you need to think of the positives. Look, all the positives you've done in your life with your mum. And he was like just being there for us when I wanted to cry. Some days I would go downstairs and through the night and I would cry just so I didn't put it on him because I felt like a burden. Even though he didn't. And he was telling us not to feel like that. But I felt like that.
Yeah. So when you joined, you were obviously still in the grieving process.
Yeah.
Several months down the line. What was the first period like for you, like the first few weeks, like joining a new group, trying to get into your body, being in a high energy environment, because obviously you'd been very used to being really low energy and feeling isolated and stressed and, you know, grieving. What was that transition like? How long did it take you to really kind of settle in and think, actually, I think this is doing me well?
It was a couple of months, but like at first I was coming out of the gym. I felt great in the gym, but I was coming out feeling guilty, feeling like I should be sitting there grieving still.
Yes.
But I know my mum wouldn't have wanted us to do that.
Yeah.
She would have wanted us to look after myself and things like that. But as the months went on, I still grieve for her and I still think about her every single day. I can just handle my emotions a bit better now.
Yeah.
But like at first, when I first came in, like you were doing the speeches, I could feel myself just like looking up as though like I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
But I didn't, and thinking like that's me, exactly what you were saying. And I think that's what's made us change as well.
Yeah. Well, you've shown immense strength and courage, because most people would have just shrunk even further. You know, I think one of the biggest things you said there was about the guilt, because guilt and shame are like the two sort of lowest emotions you can feel, and especially I think when none of it's your fault as well, you're kind of putting it on yourself. I mean, if you did something and it was your decision to do it and it was, you know, hurting someone else, then it's different kind of guilt. But this is like guilt from, I should feel bad because of what's happened. You're obviously gonna, given the circumstances, but how did you really, like, because I think this is resonate with quite a few people, because it's the guilt of, I should feel bad because this bad thing happened. And I know several people who've lost people and half the family go one way, half the family go the other. Some people are like, right, I need something positive to focus on, like you did. But the other half are like, how can you do that? You know, you might even point the finger and say you're selfish or whatever. Like, Did you have any resistance from other people from like getting yourself on track and doing something for yourself?
No, like all my family's been supportive.
That's good.
Like my dad and everybody, like they always support us.
That's
Same
good.
me, I support them.
Yeah, good.
So we're quite a close knit family.
That's good.
For stuff like that.
So how do you think you overcame those feelings of guilt personally? Because obviously it was all in your head then at the time. Like, I should be feeling bad. I should be feeling bad. Like, how did you overcome that initial process? Because you said it was a couple of months before you felt, oh, actually this is doing us good. I want to do this now. How did you get through that first period? Because that's the period where most people would have quit.
I think I just started to be able to control my emotions, and know that I'm doing something for me. And I was trying to think positive, thinking my mum wants us to do this. I know fine well she would want us to be happy. But still to this day now, like even if I have a laugh and then it'll click, my mum's not here, I'll go back down and think, oh God. But yeah, it still hits us.
It's an easy trigger because it's always going to be there.
Yeah.
It's such a foundational part of your life, your parents. So it's never going to be fully getting over. It's just, you've said a few times now, managing your emotions.
Yeah.
And I think that's such a underappreciated thing that people need to do all the time. It's like an ongoing work. Like we're all a work in progress, I think, because regardless of what happens, somebody else you're close to is probably going to die, or something else in your life's going to go wrong, and you're going to have to deal with grief, disappointment, resentment, like all kinds of different emotions. But I feel like the people who get ahead are the ones who learn to handle it better. And understand them more, because I think you've probably understood a lot about yourself from getting on a journey of health and fitness properly and being part of a positive group. What would you say since joining has been your biggest lesson that you've learned, like that before you would have just dismissed or thought, nah, that's a load of shit? Like, what do you think now your mindset's changed in terms of what you do with your routine?
Looking after myself as well. Like giving like an hour 4 times a week is just literally for me, and I absolutely love that. I don't have to think about anything else apart from just me. Being in the gym and doing what I love. I can't think of anything else. Well,
self-care isn't selfish, really, because you can now give more to other people because you're looking after yourself. Like I say it all the time, you can't pour from an empty cup. Like if you're constantly just in yourself, not doing anything, constantly feeling sorry for yourself, constantly feeling guilty, not working on that, like you're an empty cup. You can't give to anyone else. You can't give to the rest of your family and your profession or anything like that. Obviously you have that period of grieving, it's different for everybody, but ultimately there needs to be some level of, right, I need to take some action now to make myself feel better. And it's something that you'll never ever regret, looking after your health. Physical and mental health is like, at the end of the day, there's nothing more important than you feeling good.
Oh, definitely.
Because if you feel good, everyone benefits. If you feel bad, and you're perfectly entitled to feel bad, you're not supposed to be happy all the time, especially when you've been through trauma and stress and grief and everything like that. You're supposed to feel bad at those moments. You're supposed to carry some of that burden, if you will. But you've took massive responsibility and said, well, it's up to me. Nobody can, people have tried to change you, but ultimately it's you that's got to make the decision, right? It's you that's got to make the decision. When did you first start noticing that shift when you came? Because obviously you work out, you get in your body, you sweat, you do things physically, you feel out of breath. When did you start shifting mentally? Was there like a point where you were like, oh shit, this is actually changing me mentally, not just physically? Because most people obviously start the gym to get fit, lose weight, which is always, I say, the byproduct. It's the side effect. The real shift is up here. So when did it start shifting for you up here? Was there a moment that you can remember? Is there a point where it started to just click into place?
I think it might have been like a couple of months down the line, and like you're doing your speeches, it was making me think more of like me, thinking that's me, I need to change and do that. And then like you were talking more about other things, and I would think about, it's changing my mind. And then when we've done all the walks and things like that, being outside, it changed us as well. So I noticed quite quick. sometimes it still hit us, but I did notice quite quick that I could change mentally my mind.
Yeah. There's also what you just mentioned there about being outside. Like I always think this, and me and Tracy try and go for a walk most days. And obviously sometimes when we can get to the mountains and stuff, and we did a few good mountain walks, the Three Peaks in Yorkshire Three Peaks, which was class, although it was absolutely hard as fuck.
It was.
Oh, my feet. And your feet as well, you've got the bad blisters, right? But that people forget the power in nature. Like, it's unbelievable what walking can do.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me a bit about that. Tell me a bit about when that started to shift, because obviously, I don't know whether it was the first time you'd ever done mountain walks, was it, with us?
I had done a mountain walk once before. It was Helvellyn, but we'd done the bottom end. Okay. And then we wild camped there overnight, and that was my first walk. Yeah. Which we really enjoyed. Yeah. It was a long walk, but we did enjoy it. Yeah. But that was the only one, really. We like go for our walks and things, but nothing big like that. Yeah, so we did quite a few like practice walks as well, didn't we? We did a lot of I can't remember exactly which ones we did, but I think it was was it Coniston, and we did Cat Bells, and we did like about 4, 5, 6 others before we did the Three Peaks. And that event itself was mega, 10.5 hours. What did you learn about yourself doing the Three Peaks, do you think? That I could actually physically do it. Because obviously I've got asthma, and I thought that would affect it, but I was proud actually of us getting up there and doing it. You were powering forward. I think you and Alison and everyone else was ahead of me. I had my footwear. I'd broke my boots in, didn't I? On that, I think one mountain before that, and I was wrecked. So bad choice of footwear for me. That was the thing that knocked us. But yeah, you were flying ahead. The asthma, was that a thing that made you think prior to starting, I don't know if I can do this? Yeah. And what made you overcome it? I didn't want to let anybody down either, thinking people's going to have to wait for us. Yes. But I didn't. I got there. That's a huge thought, you know. Like, that's what most people off training in a group, is that thought of, I'll look stupid, I'll be the fattest, the slowest, the most behind the whatever. But in our room, you've noticed the difference in people, right? We've got like Shane, who's 16, fit as out, lean, proper, handsome bloke. Then you've got like all the way up to Joe, 74, just joined like 2 weeks ago. It's 74 years old, never done anything like it. And then you've got everybody in between, shapes and sizes. Like, I think we've got the ability for, no matter where you really are at in life, you can do what we do, right? Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Like, as well, everyone just clicks. It doesn't matter the age of you. Everyone just clicks and supports each other. Yeah. Which I love about that as well. It's good when you just vibe on the same wavelength. Like, I was saying this, I think, was I saying this yesterday? Like, with music being a universal language, everyone gets it. But when you want to look at getting to fitness, you'll have all that pushback. You'll have a lot of people saying, like, what are you doing that for? Yeah. You're paying how much? You're doing that when? You do that? That's stupid, that. And they'll, like, say you're silly and all this. And like, oh, why could you be bothered? They'll say all these things and they'll not get it because they're not vibing on your wavelength. Yeah. But when you find the right people around you, it makes it so much easier. And again, that's maybe why you didn't stick at the gym, because you thought people were watching you and nobody was kind of clicking on your wavelength, and it just felt awkward. But when you're all in it together, in the right environment for the right reasons, with your people, if you will, it makes it so much easier, right? Yeah, definitely, yeah. What do you think the best thing is about TST? The support is what. The support, like everybody together, clicking. Nobody judges you. Doesn't matter who walks through that door, nobody will judge. And the laughs. I love the laughs on a Saturday morning. It's hilarious. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. We laugh every single session, don't we? That's the thing. And that's the thing about fitness, I think, as well, Lindsay. Like, a lot of the time, people take it too seriously. Yeah. Like, they think they have to run a half marathon, or they think they have to go to the gym and put the headphones in and shut their mouth and do it really seriously and be alongside people who are just grunting and posing in the mirror and everything's so serious. Like, there's so much fun in what we do, right? There's a lot of lighthearted. Like, we train fucking hard as well, really hard. Like the sweat coming off us, the way that we work, where I'm always pushing you for heavier weight. I'm always looking after your form, but I'm making sure if you're not doing something right, I'll be shouting at you. Yeah. I'll be like, Lindsay, get your fucking arse down. Lindsay, pick that heavier weight up. Like last night. Stop it, Lindsay. But like, people respect that. People want that. That's why you want that accountability, the push. But it's done with a heart filled with love. Like, I want the best for you. Yeah, I want the best for you, but I also want to have a fucking good time along the way, because it makes it easier, right? It makes it easier when you're having a laugh. It really does. It does. It really does.
A year on, if your mum could see you right now, what do you think she would say and think of you?
Oh, I should be proud.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Should be proud of what I'm doing now, proud of what the kids are doing. Just literally, just so proud.
Good.
She was the best.
And that's an amazing emotion to have. And that's the emotion that you want for your kids and, you know, people around you. For somebody to be proud of you is massive. And I think the main thing is for you to be proud of yourself.
Yeah.
From what you've overcame, from what you're going toward, and what you have the strength and courage to overcome in the future as well. You've done what most people would never do, take on a challenge like this and stick with it for more than a year, whereas most people just do it for a short season and just a small part of their life. Some people have given up by the time they're 40, but you have the mindset of that, you know, life begins at 40. Yeah. And I remember hearing that in my 20s and thinking, that can't be true. But now, I've just hit 40 this year, you've just hit 40 this year. I think we have a better understanding of that now, right?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
So, what are you most looking forward to in the near future?
Continuing doing TST. I don't think I'll ever give it up. I love it that much. Just being healthy and fit for the kids as well.
Yeah.
And then just continuing doing walks and things like that. Just living life to the full now.
There you go. Because you've got the energy.
Yeah.
I think health and fitness can always be exciting. And it can always be a horizon-based goal, as in like you'll get so far and it'll just keep moving. But that's the beauty of it. Is it's not like you get there and say, right, I've done that, what next? It's like it just keeps moving. So you can keep heading towards it. But along the way, you can keep loving the view.
Yeah.
And no matter what obstacles come in your way, you can be like, bring it on. I'm ready. Like, I say this a lot, we get to do this. There's people who are disabled, people who are, you know, have physical challenges. There's people who are not fortunate enough to be in the position we're in. We get to do this with our body. Most able-bodied people can.
Yeah.
They just choose not to. They make an excuse. You know, it's me, it's me age, whatever. And a lot of it's bullshit, as we know. They're not willing to be uncomfortable. You've surpassed discomfort, sorry. And you've embraced that discomfort. Like you've chosen to accept challenge and choose harder things in life, which makes your life easier. Most people just choose the easy route, make excuses. You know, we could call it get lazy, but it's not. It's just doing what they think is best for them. But in the same breath, if you don't stretch yourself, if you don't push and challenge yourself, you're not going to get that highness of life and that looking forward to. Most people look back and think the best years are behind them. I feel that we're on a wavelength now with the environment and the people and the coaching and everything where we can look forward to the best years.
Yeah.
And that can be an amazing thing. So, what would you say, honest answer, try and give us a few sentences on this, to the woman who's possibly a mother, possibly been through a similar situation yourself, who was in the low place or is going through the low place, who just can't dig themselves out of the hole that they've created. What's your advice to that woman?
Don't let your thoughts get to you. You will have bad thoughts, and you will feel lonely. Your anxiety will go through the roof, but just try and think positive and just do what you want to do. Join the gym. The person you've lost will be so proud of you for doing it. You do feel you will feel selfish, but you've just got to get up and do it. Otherwise you will go lower and lower, and something bad could happen to you. Your health will decline. So you've literally just got to get up and do it.
Well, one thing I think about this is, and you've said it perfectly, is that if you don't sort yourself out, something else is likely to happen, which if you're at the bottom could be the tipping point. Like, you need to look after yourself in case something else comes along, because the theme of this conversation has been about handling emotions, and you've handled them exceptionally because of what you've chosen to do, and that is ultimately look after you. Because if you look after you, everyone else gets looked after.
Yeah.
This is what people don't realise. It's, again, we've talked about it, the guilt and the selfishness, etc. But the woman who's struggling needs to know that is the way forward. Because a question I like to ask people when they're thinking about quitting on themselves or whatever is like, well, what's the alternative? If you don't look after yourself, what's the alternative? Slip further and further down.
Yeah.
And ultimately, nobody wants that.
No.
Lindsey, this has been amazing. To cap it off, what would you say has been the one phrase, sentence, story, or something that I've said to you or the group that's stuck with you? What would you say is the thing that always you go back to and go, that's the thing I need to remember?
I think it's when you've said, like, you need to look after yourself. Not anybody around you. I can't remember the exact words you say, but it's like being with the group who supports you and things like that.
You become who you hang around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that stuck to us.
Definitely. You hang around the wrong people, you become the wrong person.
Yeah.
Hang around the right people, you become the right person. Like, but as well, at the same breath, to elaborate on that slightly, you know what you're like if you don't hang around anybody.
Yeah.
If you hang around your own thoughts.
Yeah.
Because that's still your circle, your thoughts in your head.
Yeah.
About yourself and about everybody else. And if you don't learn to handle those thoughts and emotions, then you just slip down, right?
Yeah.
So I think we can't do this journey alone.
No, definitely not.
No, but none of us. I've got coaches, mentors, people around me. I love my clients. I've got such a good group. I thrive off them like they do off me. And I do feel like, you know, if you want to go fast, go alone, which is fair enough, but you go too fast, you'll burn out.
Yeah.
And everyone who tries to go fast does. They can never keep it up. But if you want to go far, go together.
Yeah.
It's a very cliche phrase, that. It's a common quote, but all the cliche common quotes are usually true. Like, I don't want to just go fast. I like the thrill of going fast, but I want to go far, and I can't do that alone. I need to be around people who are doing great things, people who encourage me, support me, push me, challenge me. And I think that's what we've got within TST.
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
people who'll do that.
Yeah, definitely.
Lindsey, have you enjoyed your first podcast?
I have, yeah.
Oh, it's been a pleasure having you.
Thank
And
you.
Maybe there'll be another one down the line. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, drop a comment, and click the subscribe button and turn notifications on so you are notified of every new video that drops every single week here on the channel. And also, if you would like a free copy of my second book, Supercharged, the modern day guide to creating outstanding levels of energy, motivation, and self-control, then I've got it on audio right now. All you need to do is go to superchargedaudio.com, enter your details, and it's yours to your email inbox for free. Let's go. See you on the next video.